Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's week.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chauncey Golston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack on first down, Smith. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Cowboys are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Smith on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 55 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott now from the 50. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. These two teams all tied after one. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. This is Hilton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Prescott dancing to his left. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Geno now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Prescott on fourth down. He'll buy some time right. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. First down, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plan's for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they've converted their first 2 fourth down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing, Prescott. Forced out to his left. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Being chased out left. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A reminder, open, and this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And going right back to Walker. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now Geno on 1st down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Geno. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Locke looks to throw it again. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Locke off of play action. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On 4th down, Rush. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing here, Rush. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From the 38, Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. But remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 41-yard punt. about 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Now Rush. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw Rush. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a man who moved up the depth chart with the retirement of Chris Carson. Here's Rashad Penny. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Penny. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime in preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet the person who disagrees with this decision, and I just wonder what took so long for the league to arrive at this conclusion. They put the rule in for the 2021 season, and it should have been in a long time ago. Yeah, some rookies might miss some plays, but all in all, no one's paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards.